Hello, welcome, dear Toastmasters and guests, to the Technopark Toastmasters meeting number 95. I am Geetha. I will be the Sergeant at Arms for the meeting number 95. Toastmasters International is a non-profitable organization started by Ralph Medley to promote public speaking. Under this Toastmasters International comes the Technopark Toastmasters Club. What does this club provide for its members? We provide a supportive and a positive learning experiences in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in personal growth and self-confidence. Like any other meeting, this meeting also has certain rules to be followed. Kindly refrain from making any references relating to in your speech relating to religion, politics, or sex, which may hurt other sentiments. Kindly switch off all noise-making devices, including mobile phones. Avoid cross-talking when someone is speaking. With this, I once again welcome all of you to the Toastmasters meeting, Technopark Toastmasters meeting number 95. Now, before giving back my control to the Toastmaster Dave, let me introduce him. He is the Vice President Education for this club. He is a motivator. He has very good time management, coordinating things, and so on and so forth. With this tone, I give back my control to Toastmaster Dave.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. Welcome you all to the meeting number 95. Please give a good round of applause.
Good morning, Dev.
Good morning. It is really a very big motivation whenever I hear such a great words from our Surgeon at Arms. I think for the next 1 year, I'm going to listen. Even my family members don't give that much level of credit like you give. So thank you so much for that. It really made my Saturday a very good one to start with. So yeah, thanks all for joining on a Saturday morning. At least we have few people, but still we are having our meeting. So few days back, I have a near kid with me, so I want to give him a good experience. So I took him to a railway station, and there I saw a simple incident. I want to just share that, and just such a small story. One person who was in a torn dress was eating from a trash bin. You know the trash bin, right? There was a food over there, and he was picking that food and started eating it. And there were 50 people in that station, and nobody cared to help him. And there was a gentleman who reached out to a hotel, brought a brand new parcel or biryani, and went to that person and gave, don't eat from that trash bin, eat this. Guess what happened next? Even I thought that he'll be very happy and that person will take it and eat it. But to my contrary, that person didn't accept that food. That person who was eating the trash food didn't accept the help given by the other person. He just neglected it. He said, I don't want this. I don't want this. And again, he started eating from the same trash bin. So what I came to know from this small story is that there are when really want to help people, but sometimes what happens is that they may not need that help, and your help will may not be to the right person at the right point of time, and we cannot tell the other person is also wrong. Maybe he is happy with the food that he's eating from the trash. So whenever you also have an opportunity to help others, just see that you reach the right person and help them at the right point of time, so that it becomes meaningful for both of them. On that note, we'll go to the meeting. So today we have a very interesting theme, and the Toastmaster of the day is also a new Toastmaster who's going to attempt that role very first time. The theme is no pain, no gain. It's a universal theme where everyone can relate to. I'm eagerly waiting to listen from our Toastmaster of the day, who will be Geetha, so to say more about the theme. On that note, let me give the control to the Toastmaster of the day, Geetha.
Thank you, Dave, for giving me back the control, and I am very honored to wear the cap of Toastmaster of the day. I am Geetha, and I will be doing the role of Toastmaster of this meeting, number 95. So what will be the duties for me to conduct and coordinate this meeting in a very smooth manner and introduce every participant who participate in this meeting, and I will be acting as a general host throughout the meeting. So setting for this tone for this meeting, let me tell you initiate with a small story of a saint. There was a person who was in a village who was very much depressed. He thought he came to know that there is a Zen Guru. You know about Zen Guru. I'm not going to in detail. Zen saints are always like sitting silently and conveying their messages through their action. That is all they do. So this person went and told him that, Guru, I'm always depressed. What is the solution for this? And immediately hearing this, what the Guru did was he asked the person to bring a cup of water and a handful of salt. And he asked the person to put the handful of salt in the water and asked to drink. Then Guru asked him, how is that water and how do you feel? Then the person told that it is very terrible to drink, Guru. So next, hearing this, Guru went away and he sat beside a lake, and the person walked along with the Guru and he asked again to put a handful of salt in the lake. So after that, he asked the person to drink the water from the lake. Then the Guru asked the person, how do you feel? Again, the second question. The person replied that he enjoyed drinking that water, and he didn't feel the taste of the salt. So Guru, hearing this, he replied that it is not the salt you are tasting, it is the water you are going to, that you have drunk, and he said that he raised his hand and he said, it's all about the pain you were talking and the salt you felt when you drink the water. It's like it's like pain you feel in life. So he conveyed that if you want to overcome the pain, you should not restrict to that pain, and you should come out of the pain, and you have to make it, you have to think it in a larger sense. I want to convey many more messages what the Guru ask this person to overcome with my experience, life experience. So setting with this tone, let me move forward with this meeting of the Technopark Toastmasters meeting. We have got 4 sections, mainly the prepared speeches, the table topics, the evaluation session, and the quiz session. For the prepared speeches, the major part of this meeting is that it revolves around 2 or more prepared speeches where members prepare their speeches based on the project in their education program. That is most important. And here in this meeting, we have got one prepared speech by a Toastmaster and also an icebreaker speech who has recently, a Toastmaster who has joined recently. And these prepared speeches as well as the other speeches done during this meeting will be timed as well as evaluated by a good team called the tag team. That is timer, our counter, and the grammary. And we also have an general evaluator who will be doing all the evaluation, and he will be pointing out the members of their speech ability and skills, the way to improve, and so on. And also we have got a table topic session in which each member will be given a choice based on the subject to speak for a minute or a 2. And these topics will be prepared by a table topic master. We have got table topic master, Srijit. And also we have got a quiz session. In the main idea of this session is to listen to the speech carefully every session so that when the quiz master asks the question, you can reply it immediately. With having said this, I give back my control to the first speaker.
You can call the tag team just to introduction of them.
And yes,
Timer.
I will, as mentioned earlier, there is a tag team to assist this meeting and to evaluate the features. Let me call the timer Toastmaster Shilpa. And the timer, the main role of the timer is that the hallmark of this effective speaker is the ability to express themselves, the period of time which each speaker speaks. And speaker is responsible for tracking every part of the meeting agenda. That is the time management is important. May I request Shilpa to deliver her role?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Geetha. Greetings, Mr. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guest. As a timer, I will time the table topic speaker, formal speeches and evaluations. I'll also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red card, which denote specific times remaining. At table topic, speakers should limit their remarks not more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll display green. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I'll display yellow background. At 2 minutes, I'll display the red background. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to the specific speech time. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes length. At 4 minutes, I'll display the green background. At 5 minutes, I'll display the yellow background. At 6 minutes, I will display the red background. Most other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I'll display green background. At 6 minutes, I'll display the yellow background. At 7 minutes, I'll display the red background. Individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll display green background. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I'll display the yellow background. And at 3 minutes, I'll display the red background. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Toastmaster Shilpa. May I now call upon Toastmaster Meera to deliver her role on our counter. You are on mute. You are on. I'm not audible.
Meera, your audio is not audible. Maybe you can reconnect that jack, audio jack. Can you try now? No, it's still not audible. I'll just remove the headset and try once.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe this is not working. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Geetha. Today, my role as a counter is to check for unnecessary sounds or repeated words that speakers use while delivering their speech. So I will be making a note of all this and will be presenting this report towards the end of the meeting when called upon. So thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meera. May I now call upon Toastmaster Ajay, who will deliver the role of grammarian.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha. I'm Ajay. I'll be trying to help you to improve the grammar and vocabulary. I'll try to note down the corrections, improvement areas while you speak throughout the meeting. Also, I'll introduce a new word today, or not a new word, a word of the day, which we have to try to utilize in across our speeches today. That is garner. Garner is Garner, garner, acquire by effort. Okay, garner. And the quote of the day. So I took a quote from Swami Vivekananda. This is almost in line with our no gain, no pain. It's related to that, I would say. So the quote of the day is: take risk in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you fail, you can guide. Right? So take risk in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you fail, you can guide. That's the quote of the day. With that, I'll give my control back to Geetha. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajay Kumar. We'll now, moving forward with this session, we'll move with the first speech, that is the icebreaker speech done by Toastmaster Shilpa. May I call Toastmaster Shilpa to deliver her.
Can you call Vishnu for the objective? Like to explain the objective. You have the form with you, evaluation form.
Vishnu for evaluation.
Yeah, for just explaining the objective. What is the objective?
Okay.
Or Vishnu, if you have it.
Yeah. Sorry for
Vishnu, you have the evaluation form with you.
Inconvenience caused. Anyway, before Toastmaster Vishnu will be evaluating, Toastmaster Shilpa's icebreaker speech. So Toastmaster Vishnu will be delivering his roles as well as the norms that has to be followed during the meeting. Toastmaster Vishnu, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Geetha. Um, so, um, so this is Shilpa's icebreaker speech, and I think this is the speech where Shilpa will introduce herself to the club. So, Shilpa, we are really eager to
Yes.
listen to you, and uh, I'll be paying close attention to your speech, and I'll be looking for various aspects of the speech, like vocal variety, clarity of the speech, um, eye contact, and how we are using vocabulary, etc. So, looking forward to a great speech, and I applaud you before you start itself, because I think any speech is a risk. And like our friend Ajay said, if you take a risk in life, then if you fail, you learn. If you win, you gain. So please go ahead, Shilpa. Welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu, for this introduction given. May I now invite Toastmaster Shilpa to deliver her icebreaker speech. We do not know much about Toastmaster Shilpa. Let us know about her through this icebreaker speech. Shilpa, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Geetha. Between my timer. Hello.
Yeah, I will
Anyone
time it.
who
Yes.
has my-
I will time
Yes.
it. I will time it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So good morning, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So I'm thrilled here to start to share a little bit about myself to all of you. I'm a single daughter. My father works at a leather industry. He's a leather technician. My mom is a homemaker. Being a single daughter, you know how pampering it would be. They would be calling me many times. You know, I'm very pampered in a nutshell. My hobby is where I have a kind of a weird hobby. I used to collect erasers. I had about 80 varieties of erasers, which consist of ice cream, notebook, peanuts, cashews. These are my craze. And at one point of time, my mom just gave it to all the neighborhood and friends. And I was really pissed off. And other hobbies like arts and craft, painting and drawing. After completing my 12th grade, I was in a dilemma to take a decision on my future path. So my area was in lean towards into arts and fashion technology. Along with my NIFT preparation, I was also preparing for 12th board exam. My dad was not supportive, not enthusiastic for putting me into NIFT. So once the result of 12th board exam published, I secured 85%. I got an admission for an engineering college. On the same day when me and my dad was planning to pay the fees, I got a call from NIFT Bangalore saying that I'm shortlisted. And I was like surprised, but my dad didn't supported me. So I ended up landing in engineering. I have done my 4 years of engineering, completed my engineering, and then moved to MBA for 2 years. So there it was SRM University, Katangalattur in Chennai. In MBA, we had an opportunity to become an entrepreneur for 3 days. So you can, like, the theme is anything. They would give stall. You can start anything from scratch. So in that was an experience for me where I learned about time management, trust building, negotiation, customer management, everything. Because I had a team of 8 members. I gain a profit of 21,000, but I have to share with all my team members. In being an entrepreneur, you need to learn a lot of things. So I had a profit, and then back to my home. After the event, returning back to my home, I started my Facebook page, which was called Fast Trends. I began selling paper earrings. That was a trend around 4 years back, paper earrings. And I got bulk orders. It was through my friends and friends of friends in connection. My small venture started to thrive and continue to grow. However, eventually I have to halt my small venture because I was stepping into my professional work. So, which was the end of MBA, where I was getting into placements and all. And it was very difficult for me to balance both professional as well as the business. So eventually I have to stop my the venture. So that was actually, I still have the passion inside me. I'm just waiting because after I have a kid of 2-year-old, so let him get into the school and I'll start again. I'll revamp the page again, because nowadays Instagram, social media, it is big platform to all the people who wanted to start a small venture. So in the conclusion, I would like to emphasize, please, we should, like, if you have any passion if you have any aspiration to achieve something, never stop it. Never stop. Keep running for your dreams, because once time is lost, we cannot regain it. So thank you all.
Toastmaster Shilpa. Now we heard a lot from you. Now we came to know about your hobbies, your education, your background, what are your passions and motivation in your life. With this, we move to the next table speaker, prepared speech, Toastmaster Meera, who is doing her level 1 project 2 speech. And the speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Dave. Let me call Toastmaster Dave to deliver the rules as well as the norms to be followed during this meeting. Toastmaster Dave, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha. Once again, good morning for Toastmasters. Today, my speaker, Toastmaster Jisha, is attempting her project 2 from level 1. The purpose is writing a speech with a purpose. The time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of this particular project is to learn or review the basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. All the very best to Toastmaster Jisha. Back to you, Toastmaster Geetha.
Thank you, Dave, for giving your norms on this for the speech to be followed. May I call upon Toastmaster Meera to deliver her speech? Embrace the pressure.
There is a correction, Geetha. This is Jisha delivering her second speech.
Jisha, sorry,
Yeah.
extremely sorry. Yes, this is Toastmaster Jisha, who will be presenting her level 1 project 2 speech titled Embrace the Present. Jisha, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha, for introducing my project. So today, to start off, Toastmasters, I will tell you an interesting story. Imagine yourself sitting on a beautiful garden with beautiful flowers, trees, and you're having a great time in this garden. And when you're enjoying the view, in a distance, you see a lighthouse in the garden. And from the lighthouse, you see a sumo wrestler coming out. The sumo wrestler is wearing a pink thin wired cable. And the sumo wrestler starts moving in the garden. He hits upon a stopwatch and trips and falls down with a thud noise. Later, he gains his senses, probably with the smell of flowers which are around, and he looks onto his left, and this is the view that he sees. A path filled with diamonds. He takes up this path, which is filled with diamonds, And this is the path which leads him to eternal joy and everlasting happiness. Dear Toastmasters, I know this speech is not making any sense to you. Same as to Julian Mantle in the story, when the monk told him, the story is the monk who sold his Ferrari. And this is the explanation that the monk gave him. Now, the garden that we saw, the garden is our mind. So our mind is, should be filled with all beautiful flowers, fragrance, happiness. And what are the weeds of the garden? So as a good gardener, we should be gardening our garden with positive thoughts, good feelings, emotions. But what are the weeds of the garden? The weeds of the garden are anxiety, fear, pestering about the past, thinking about your future. So we should not let all those weeds come in our mind. Now the lighthouse. Lighthouse is something that gives direction to the ship. So we will not know where we want to reach if we do not know the destination or what is our goal. So we should have a predefined goal and start working towards it. And that will help us to reach our destination. The sumo wrestler that comes out of the lighthouse is nothing but this symbolizes Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese word which means continuous learning and improvement. We all know what happened to Japan long back with Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But how did Japan come back to this developed country, what is Japan today? It is through Kaizen. This is a technique wherein we do small tasks every day. We all feel like we should be reading a book. So let's start with a small paragraph. Each day if you read a paragraph, soon you will be finishing the book. The same is with our, if we have some other goal, like if we have a goal of, having a fit body, let's start with small exercises every day, and then this will soon become a habit. So this is what Kaizen teaches us. Now we saw that sumo wrestler tripping against a stopwatch. Stopwatch symbolizes time. Like no matter how rich or poor we are, we all have that 24 hours, and how we utilize the 24 hours defines us on how successful or rich we are. So we complained about this, I can quote this, don't complain you don't have enough time. You have the same amount of time as Helen Keller, Michelangelo, or even Albert Einstein had. How we are utilizing that time is what is important for us. Now, we saw that sumo wrestler woke up with the fragrance of flowers. So the flowers, it is said that a person who is giving the flower, the smell of the flower remains in his hands. So it is same like, if we do some charity work, or if you're giving some help to people, whether it's a monetary help or, we are without expecting anything in return, that gives us a sense of achievement, which nothing in the world can help. So that this, flowers symbolizes charity. Now the path of diamonds. This symbolizes embracing the present moment, enjoying the present moment. That is, be it, playing with your kid in the garden or having a quality time with your spouse. We should embrace that present moment. So this is what is the path of diamonds, which is giving us to eternal bliss or eternal happiness. Now, to quote, to summarize this, I would like to quote this saying, which is a famous saying: yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery. What we have today is a gift, and that is why it is called present. Thank you, Toastmasters. I'm giving you this of today, present, embracing the present moment. Thank you all.
So, Toastmaster, Isha, today is a present. Yes, it's absolutely true. And let me tell you one thing. Moving from the Zen story, today's theme, no pain, no gain. It, it means that if you want to gain something, you have to work hard and you have to suffer in order to achieve it. This proverb was quoted by Jan Fonde, and he has used in his aerobic exercise in 1982. What is important for me is that this is a famous and a memorable aphorism for me, because once I happened or I underwent a major surgery, a surgery which was done for a femur bone as well as for a hip. Two major surgeries was done on a single day. And immediately after the surgery, next day, my surgeon came and told me, Geetha, come on, please get up. And I was really shocked to hear that. I cannot even move a single finger and I was in terrible pain. And he was telling me like that. And immediately I was not responding and he quoted like, Geetha, see this, no pain, no gain. And I was wondering what he was telling me, what is the philosophy he is going to tell when I am in pain. But sooner or later, this worked out, this proverb worked out for me, and it was very successful. I became a successful person in my life. And so what I want to say is that if you want to be healthy and if you want to maintain a healthy body, or if you want to live a life in a luxury or a comfortable zone, you have to garner it and achieve it through hard work and effort. Then only you will succeed. And an extreme example is that an mother having her child can achieve her baby by passing that labor pain. So even there is medical technology, we cannot overcome that pain. So with this note, let me call the evaluator for Toastmaster Shilpa, Toastmaster Vishnu for his evaluation report, as Toastmaster Shilpa has to leave immediately. Toastmaster Vishnu, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Geetha. That was actually a very beautiful story. Thanks for sharing it. So, Shilpa, now thank you so much for giving that glimpse into your life. I think the speech was really well structured. You gave us a great glimpse um, into the kind of person that you are, how you are a single child, how your life basically evolved, your aspirations to get into fashion technology, uh, but circumstances that basically forced you into engineering and MBA, and then how you ended up starting a venture which is in a way related to fashion and technology, and how you have been trying to run after that passion of yours. So I thought the speech was really well structured, and there was a um, thought process or a flow through the speech. So I really like that. I also felt that you have very good clarity in the way you articulate uh, thoughts, and your pronunciations and all of that is really good. Um, I the clarity. So in terms of what could have been even better, I felt that while the clarity was really good, and I think this, because the clarity is really good, you have the opportunity to really play with the vocal variety a little bit more, in terms of maybe you can emphasize a few things. When there is a disappointment, maybe you can uh, reduce, you can take your tone a little down a little bit. For example, you could say that, but my father didn't support me, or something like that, right? Which kind of, in your case, I think the tone was fairly uh, at the same level. Um, so that is something that you could maybe look at the recording, and you could think about how you can play with that a little bit. I also felt that your entry into the conclusion was a little bit abrupt, right? So you could maybe do a little bit of a soft landing in terms of easing from the main body of the speech into the conclusion. But overall, I think this was a great icebreaker speech, and you met all of the objectives in terms of giving us a glimpse. And we really appreciate the kind of person that you are, the entrepreneurial streak that you have, and really happy to get introduced, Shilpa. Thank you.
Toastmaster Vishnu. With this, we move forward this meeting with the table topics session. This session table topic will be conducted by table topic master, Toastmaster Srijit. The purpose of conducting this meeting is to give an opportunity to each members, including the members of this club as well as the guests, an opportunity to speak for a minute or two, choosing the topic chosen. And I hope that Srijit has prepared his topics. And may I now invite Toastmaster Srijit to conduct this session. Toastmaster Srijit, please.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the Day, Geetha ma'am, for explaining the objective of table topics. Let me share my screen. And right, I do have a couple of topics listed here, which is aligned with our team, no pain, no gain. What I will do is I will show you the topic, and I'll look for volunteers. If we don't have any volunteers, I'll pick. The first topic is share an inspiring story about overcoming adversity. You can share any stories, your stories or your friends' stories from about overcoming adversity. Do we have any volunteers?
Maybe I'll go with that first.
Sure.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srijit. So the topic is share an inspiring story about overcoming adversity. Right? Maybe I'll take it from my story itself. Maybe Toastmasters and Gus, you may be known about my name. I'm Ajay. Going to give a table topic story on this. Share an inspiring story about overcoming adversity. The story started with having a pain on my shoulders early in the 2020, after the COVID era where we started work from home. So I started working from my own home wherein the laptop was on my lap and there was some renovation on the home was happening parallelly. I had a very difficult time, which leads to a what do you call a disc abrasion on my neck, through which I was unable to continue work. And doctor suggested me, hey Ajay, you should not work at least for 6 months from now, especially the work that into IT where you need to sit for long. So that was adverse scenario which I was, going on that phase. I garnered all the possible, solutions to this via kind of exercises, all those, but nothing helped me much. All the exercises, all the tried of stretching made the pain worsen on my neck, and I had no possibility other than losing my job or stopping it for a 6 months time. I had the challenge of what to do for my earning another 6 months. What I did is anyway, I put my resignation. But some blessing, there was a time for what we call bloom in the IT industry where everything went digital after the COVID era. So I got a lot of n number of calls from new firms and companies. With that less notice period, they're asking for people join. By the time I was putting my paper and resting with this pain, I was going under the medication on the treatment, etc., etc. But then I got a super offers from Bangalore and many other Indian cities with the triple payment scales, which I found a lot of gain during the adversity that I had with this issue. Over a period of 6 months, I was able to meet my work-life balance and able to resolve my pain. Plus, after the notice period, I joined a new company. I had close to 1 month of leisure in taking some rest between the work. Right? So I made a good, what we call remuneration benefit, as well as new role, new learning, everything. So I prepared for that, how to overcome the situation, how to overcome the what you call difficult situation, adverse situation. Still, you need to gain something. How you will make benefit out of that. I found to take some risk. You success, then you lead. If you are not able to, then you gain. There is no pain. There is no gain in this. Take a risk on that. Thank you so much, Master.
Thank you, Ajay, for sharing your personal story. I think everybody in IT industry can relate your story to their story. If you talk to IT people, either they have some kind of disc issue. It could be neck or it could be back, or is sitting a long time in front of the computer and not following the ergonomics rules. They have this kind of issues, and it's great to hear that you have overcome it.
Thanks, Reese,
Okay.
for taking it back. Yeah.
Sure. Next topic is it's aligned with the theme again. What is the most challenging goal you have set for yourself, and how did you push through the pain or obstacles to achieve it? I'll read it again. What is the most challenging goal you have set for yourself, and how did you push through the pain or obstacle to achieve it? Any volunteers? Okay, I'll pick it randomly. Vishnu, do you want to give it a try?
Sure, Srijit. Um, that is actually quite an interesting question. And I'll just be honest here. I'm not a big believer in setting challenging goals because I just believe in going with the flow. Um, so my goals are generally more short term, right? For example, there was a period of in my time in my life when I after working for like 7 years, I decided that I needed to get myself an MBA, and I went ahead and did it. Um, I wanted to grow to go and join a new startup, and I went ahead and did that. I wanted to move to Germany because my wife was already there. I went ahead and did it. I've never looked at it as a challenging goal because when I thought maybe it's because I've never challenged myself enough. I've always been, I guess, conservative in the way I have set my goals, and the the question is actually gives me a lot of food for thought. The fact that I am not able to mention a challenging goal, that probably signals that I need to look at myself, think about what could be a really challenging goal that I could set for myself, which would really push me and take me to the next level. So that's all that I have to share on that. But great topic and great questions, Sri. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishnu. Thanks a lot. I'll move on to the next one. Okay. Discuss a historical figure or a famous personality who epitomizes the idea of no pain, no gain, and what lessons can we learn from their life. Do you want to talk about any personality? Any volunteers? Okay, I'll Silpa, I think you have to leave at 12:30. So do you want to try it before leaving?
Yeah, what time?
Silpa?
Srijit, maybe some other topic, is it okay?
Sure.
Srijit, I'll take it if that's okay.
Disha, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Silpa, I'll come back to you after this. Disha, go on, please.
Yeah. So, Srijit, there's not just one historical figure. I can remember of, I can think of many actually. One of them is APJ Abdul Kalam. APJ Abdul Kalam, no pain, no gain, because he started from a very humble background. He himself was selling newspapers and helping his family by earning little money. And from there to coming up and becoming the president of India, he is definitely somebody whom we can look forward to, and he is somebody who actually epitomizes the idea of no pain, no gain, and he garners our mind with the thought that we also should work hard to achieve all our goals, and that is achievable if we can go through this having little pain and then gaining that. So IPJ Abdul Kalam is my he's like a mentor, and I really admire him for being a great person. So that's
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Jisha. And in fact, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is a mentor for everyone, especially for kids. He taught us how to dream big. And I still remember the leadership lessons or the speeches he gave, which is really inspiring, which really works as a pointer to everyone who works in like IT industry or wherever. Thank you, Jisha. And this will I'll pick a topic. Give me a second.
I'll time it for you.
Sure. Okay. How about this? Shilpa?
Okay.
Honesty is the best policy.
Okay. Fine. Thank you for the wonderful topic, Toastmaster Srijit. So, honesty is the best policy. So, I would like to share my entrepreneur story where I started, I had an opportunity from SRM University to take up an event. So, they said that they would give me a stall and you have to arrange a team. So, I was taking all my close friends who are all close to me, because I didn't know to select. I mean, you should select your team members who would really put in your commitment to your work. So I selected all my close friends, which is like around 8 members, and only 2 members, that is myself and one of my friend, were coming on time, where we were, it was hectic rain in Chennai, which is during October month. And we were like arranging the table, arranging the things, arranging all the, we were doing end to end, and no one was there. But finally, when the prophet came, we have to share equally to the 8 members. So that is where I do say that, I mean, honesty comes in place, where if your commitment, it is not even the time, it is how you responsible, how you be commitment to that particular your co-people or your friend. It is a basic thing that which everyone should possess. That's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shilpa. Right. Commitment, time. It's all a part of honesty.
The next speaker, or we'll wind up the table topics. Is there any time left?
So we can have for all the 9 people.
Right. So Dev, I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4 left, 5 left.
Yeah.
So I'll move on with the topics. Okay. The next one is again in line with the top theme. In the pursuit of personal growth, what is the most uncomfortable or painful experience you have willingly embraced, and how did it change you? Okay, Toastmaster Pratibna, you want to give a try on this?
Yes, yes, Srijat. Hello, everyone. Hello, all the Toastmasters. I think this is something related to my own personal experience to what is the most uncomfortable or painful experience you have willingly embraced. How did it change you? Okay. One thing I would say is time management, that I was not able to give enough time for my personal growth with respect to even to Toastmasters Club or to the fitness, that I really work hard in managing all my activities, which are really a very painful thing in doing that time management, giving equal importance and equal time to all the activities that I have in hand, professional works, personal works, and all other stuff. So I would say managing my own time is one thing that is most uncomfortable, and giving equal weightage to all the works for my personal growth is definitely a painful experience for me, which I really enjoying embracing, and I'm doing it willingly. And yes, I definitely see the changes of doing this time management and attending all the activities without any fail. And it really changed my personal growth from probably 1 to 8 or 9, making me successful in my professional and personal lives together, which I'm really embracing it. Thank you.
Thanks, Toastmasters Pratibna. Right, I totally agree with you that time management is a key, even if it is in professional or personal life. We'll have to manage time, because I think, as Jisha explained in her speech, we need to keep the clock with us, and we do. In Toastmasters, we have a timer, we start tracking our time. And again, thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Dave, so you would be managing the time, right?
Yeah, I'll manage it. Just share me the report in WhatsApp. I'll take it from here. Thanks.
Dave, can I move on?
Yeah, we can move on.
Sure. Right. The next topic is, think about a time when you resisted stepping out of your comfort zone, but eventually did. What was the outcome, and what did you learn from the experience? I'll read it again. Think about a time when you resisted stepping out of your comfort zone, but eventually did. What was the outcome, and what did you learn from the experience? Meera, want to try?
volunteer, then at the same time he called me. Yeah, I would like to because
Sure.
it's really I can really connect some experience with this thought actually. Yes, currently I'm working with TCS. So before joining TCS, it's almost 2 years only with TCS. Before that, I was working with UST. In UST, actually, I was in a what do you say, like a it was a product support project. Not like it was like sometimes incidents come and we can work upon. And it was like it's almost very good. Like I was I was in a comfort zone actually. So like I was able to manage, my kid was small at that time and I was able to manage everything. But I never thought of coming out of it actually. But soon after she also grew up and it was time for me to think about like, yeah, I could also have to do something. I have to step out of this comfort zone. So during the COVID time, actually, uh, it was like plus point was that I got a lot of leisure time. But when I was looking back to my career, I was every time I felt like no, I have studied this much, but I haven't done anything in my career as a my personal development. So so I was sort of changing the stream and trying giving a try. So I was a Java developer. So I just switched to UI React developer and I started learning it. I don't know anything about that, but I had some friends and they helped me and I started learning that from YouTube videos, lot of tutorials and all. And it was like, and started giving interviews like with small companies were there and I started giving interviews. Then I got to know how to answer and all. Then finally, when there's an opportunity came in TCS, I just applied for it and I and soon I was placed there. Then after coming to TCS, lot of things changed. Now it is not like a comfort zone actually because I had a lot of work and like I also feel that yeah, I'm improving in my career. So I have gained my confidence. Yeah. So with yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Meira, for sharing your personal story. Okay. Share a personal example of a situation where you initially underestimated the amount of effort required, but eventually realized that no pain, no gain applied. How did you adjust your approach? Dave, you want to give a try on this?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you so much. Whatever topic you are giving to the members, it really makes them think about their life and take some corrective action rather than simply speaking. It really looks back to their life and change their course of thinking about their own life. So, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. The one example that I can easily relate to is when I became the president of Toastmaster Club 4 years back. Just like the new members, I was also a guest, and within 1 week, I became a member. And within 2 weeks of that, I enrolled or volunteered to be the president. So I thought this being a president is a very good honor or a position. And I really underestimated the work that is really involved to run a club because I was very young at that time, hardly 3 years into IT industry with a professional experience just of 3 years, and I was supposed to lead or be a president of a club where most of the members are more than 15 or 20 years. They are like my delivery manager or a group manager or a project manager. So managing people of different age group, different projects where we are not able to relate to each other was very challenging. I really underestimated the effort. Then I said to myself that if I'm not going to put more pain to it of really improving my leadership skill, I'm not going to gain anything out of it, nor my club members. And the moment I decided that, I really put so much time to the Toastmaster every week, 4 to 5 hours, and see how really I can motivate people of different age group, of different mindset, and bring them aligned to the goals of the club as well as goals of them, and run the club. And after when I come back and review my leadership experience gained out of it, I could say that every opportunity that you take, which is new to you, is a risk. As one of the, in Toastmaster meeting, we had a Vishnu having a theme like risk. Everything you do, something new which you have not done, is going to be a risk, but it's worth taking it. The more you put that effort, the more you gain out of it, even if it is a positive or a negative. The fellow Toastmaster really encourage everyone to take that risk or moving out of your comfort zones and put your more effort to it. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Dev. And the last one is Geetha ma'am. Share a hobby or activity you enjoy that requires effort and perseverance. Ma'am, you want to take it?
Yes, I will take that. My hobby, as I mentioned, or I have already mentioned in my icebreaker, as well as everyone knows about that, my hobby is mainly painting, and it is of watercolor. And how I came to this watercolor is that initially, for the past 15 years, I was doing oil painting and many other crafts along with my studies as well as with the work. I was doing this regularly. It is my passion for doing these things. But what while I shifted to my oil painting to watercolor is that after my surgery for my hip, it was done in 2014. While at that time, I was in crutches for so many months. I was not able to walk. I have to undergo rigorous exercise like swimming, like yoga, as well as physiotherapy. In spite of all this, and I have to bear the pain of hip as well as the leg also. And in spite of all these things, pain, I find I find a space sitting, walking around a table and doing this watercolor because I cannot stand and do the oil painting in a stretched canvas. So what I did was I spread the sheet in the table and I slowly developed doing watercolor. And as you all know, for an artist, watercolor is not that easy, but playing with the colors, moving around, make me more sense and more comfort in. That is how I came out of the pain. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing. That's it from my end. And back to you.
So we have to give you a topic. So it is a standard that table topic master is also going to get a topic. So anybody likes to give a topic to our table topic master, she is it. If not, I have a topic.
Yes, Dave, please continue with that.
Okay, the topic is if you are building a house and a nail breaks, do you stop building or do you change the nail? Do you want me to repeat, Cecil?
No, I got it. If I'm building a house and a nail breaks, you stop building also. Okay, I think I can relate to my professional life. So we, as IT people, we work for a client. The client gives us a project. The project could be from many areas, right? It depending on the domain you guys are working on. Before joining this organization, I was working for a North American client. They gave us a couple of projects. Actually, it was a new account setup for that particular client, and we got a couple of projects. And we assumed that all the projects are in Java, and other technologies. So we hired people. Based on our understanding, we started the projects. But when we actually got the project and when we started the project, we realized that the technology we hired was incorrect. We wanted some kind of legacy people, people working on legacy technology like Tandem and all. But we committed to the project. Now the question is, right, we started building the house. What do we do? how do we handle it? That was a question. So what we did is we hired some freshers, okay, and we trained them on the technologies with the help of some external vendor, and we started working on it. Uh, and after that, I tried to hire from the outside. It took couple, there is a late time of 60 to 90 days, but we got in people and delivered the project. So to answer the question, so we committed something to the client as an organization or as a vendor. We had to honor our commitment. We should not destroy the building, stating that okay, NIL is broken or we do not have the enough resources to work on it. We'll have to manage it internally, try to fix the error. Sometimes it may take some time, but as a true vendor, we should commit within our SLA we agreed upon. But we should continue building the house, fix the nail, and move on. That would be my answer there.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for handling it so well. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Forward with the meeting. We'll move with the evaluation session. We have with us Toastmaster Dave for general evaluation and also the tag team who will be making their reports of this meeting so that we'll be aware of the member skills, habits, and the mannerism and the way to progress during this education session. So may I call upon Toastmaster Dave for his evaluation for the speaker, Jisha.
Sure. We all love stories. We all love stories. And when that story have a virtual ambience, we enjoy it. Do we? Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. Today, my target speaker, Jisha's speech is all about writing a speech with a purpose. Did she succeed? I would say yes, 100%. Certain areas which I really loved in her speech are starting with the word imagine. This is for all of us. When you start some speech with a word imagine, it really makes our listener to the another world. It brings the correction that this is something new we are going to dwell into. Second point is, in most of the speeches, I would say those who are using the PPT have not really made the benefit out of it. Till now, I have listened to a lot of speeches where we say that PPT is going to be a real add-on to your presentation. But I've never felt so. There will be always a disconnect between the PPT or the speaker or the speech. But this is one speech which I listened where the speaker was able to handle the presentation in a very smooth manner. Sometimes when we move the slide, we miss the word and we tell something when we don't move the slide. The way she has handled that movement of the slide as well as what she is speaking was so well that we are not able to understand the difficulty she was facing, but she was making very smooth for us. And the second thing, the pictures in the PPT. We always put very big words to explain something, and pictures connects a story or tells a story. And this speaker has used that wisely. She has put only 5 or 6 pictures in her PPT, and that connects the entire story. And all those pictures are relevant to a story. None are out of the story or out of world. This way, she was able to well connect with us. So giving a speech with the aid is a second advantage. The third part which I liked in a story or the analogy part, rather than simply having a picture, how she connected that analogy to a real life entity. For example, lighthouse denotes goal. Garden denotes your challenges in your life. The weeds denote your difficulty in your life. The way she was able to connect the analogy with the real life entity, pretty awesome. So this is a speech with a purpose. So these are all the positives that I got from her speech. Coming to the areas of improvement which I could relate to are, number one, it is always advised to give a personal story. So you had a story where you are going in a garden, you have a goal in your life, there are challenges in your how you overcome it. I think this can be given to a personal story. You have a personal story where what is your goal? What is your lighthouse? You want to know your lighthouse. What is your garden? What is your weeds? Maybe which you can tell in your experience. It'll pretty much connect to us. We also have similar goals. We also have similar lighthouse. So it'll have a better connection if you can put in many personal stories or small personal anecdotes to explain this entities or object. Second point is your gestures. I think one of the gestures you had is arm face downward, and this is the only gestures I could see in your entire meeting. You didn't have multiple gestures, just a hand with downward movement. There are a lot of areas where you could have used gestures. For example, to denote the garden, you could have just scroll your hands outside, or just denote your goal. You can point towards something which is very height. So the gestures could have been used much better. And third point is you had so many messages in your story, using of time, having a goal in your life, a single story with so many concluding message or so many message. Rather, if you can make a story with one single powerful message, have a goal in your life. To give an example, a story with a one speech, one message would have made a much bigger impact. Overall, you had a fantastic way to use your PPT or speaking aids. Analogy of the picture and the story are well connected, and starting the word with the word imagine. If you can work upon with your personal anecdotes, work on few gestures like how I told you to denote the lighthouse or the garden, and have one single message rather than multiple message, it will be a much better speech. On that note, all the very best to your next project. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Geetha.
Thank you, Dave, for your wonderful evaluation. Moving on with the timer. May I call upon timer Shilpa for
Okay, I
a
think
timer report?
Shilpa's left.
As she has left, may I call upon Toastmaster Dave for his timer?
Yeah, thank you once again. Back. I'm be speaking much more today, so don't sorry for that.
Yes.
So today the timing is Jisha took 6 minutes and 21 seconds, and the Shilpa took 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Vishnu in his evaluation took 2 minutes and 53 seconds, and my evaluation has crossed the limit. It is more than 4 minutes. Coming to the table topic, Ajay took 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Vishnu took 1 minute and 45 seconds. Jisha took 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Pradyuma took 2 minutes. And Meera took 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Srijit took 1 minute and 55 seconds. And Geetha took again 1 minute and 55 seconds. On that note, back to you, Toastmaster Geetha.
Thank you, Dave. May I call upon Toastmaster Ajay for his grammarian report?
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha, for that. So I think all of us made a good job today in the respect of grammatics. I have noted a few points. So I'm not a good, myself in good in grammars. So what I noted from Shilpa's prepared speeches, she mentioned I had a profit, which I think she could have mentioned I had profit. And then after that, Jisha had given a prepared speech wherein she mentioned, I think Jisha, right? Maybe I don't know if I mentioned it wrongly. Who mentioned that it was a hectic rain in Chennai? Somebody, when it's story, maybe I'm wrong if I mentioned that wrong name here, Jisha. That time it was a hectic rain in Chennai. It must be better. It was raining heavily in Chennai, right? Yeah. And then maybe it was given by again Shilpa, not Jisha. Yeah. And then I've noted for Jisha, while she was giving the table topic speech, with so many fillers not connecting each other in the end of her, you know, uh, table topic speech. So many fillers were not it connecting each other. So just that I have noted for you. And then Srijit, during his, reflection on somebody's speech, he mentioned APJ Abdul Kalam is a wonderful for everyone. So Srijit, I think it must be better if you say he was a wonderful role model for everyone, probably. Right? And Meera, during her speech on the table topic, she was stating actually in the end of most of the sentences, which I felt we could have improved a little, with ending without actually in the end of sentences. Meera? So Dave was a couple of times he mentioned, I really put in so much of time and effort while he was talking about the table topic, right? They probably have put a lot of time and effort, maybe better suit that situation. Yeah, that's it. And the positive thing is Geetha, I have noted Geetha and many others, they have used Garner as the word of the day. Thank you for noting it out. And that's it from my side. And I, unfortunately for you, but fortunately for me, I did not note myself what all grammatic improvements during my, table topic. Thank you. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster Geetha.
Thank you, Ajay, for that very informative grammarian report. May I now call upon Toastmaster Pratyubna to conduct the quiz session. This
You
session
can
is
call the
mainly
R counter. Is it done? R counter?
No,
our counter.
Meera, you called Meera?
no. Yeah, I'm at two.
So extremely sorry. May I now call upon the Toastmaster Meera for the R counter report.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Geetha. So today's counter report, Geetha used this more than 5 times, and was 2 times. Was there for 2 times, and Vishnu also was there more than 7 times. Was 5 times, and so was used 3 times. Ajay also was 2 times, and came more than 3 times for you. Dev, it was for 3 times, and 1 time. For Shilpa, the was for 5 times, for 4 times, and 2 times. Jisha, was there for more than 5 times, and was for more than 5 times. Srijit, was for 5 times. Yeah, I think I covered everyone. Yeah. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Meera, for your counter report. We'll move to the quiz session. This session is mainly to assess how much we have heard throughout the meeting and how much we are able to report. May I call upon Toastmaster Pratyubna to conduct the quiz session. Pratyubna, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha. So I will be reading out the questions, and probably if you raise your hand and unmute yourself, please say your name before answering the question. So all of us would be able to understand who would be answering the question. So I'm reading out my first question. In the message given by Dev, he had used one station. Can someone mention whether it's a bus station, metro station, or train station? Yes,
Srijit,
Geetha.
Railway station.
Railway station.
Yes, Srijit mentioned the first, probably.
I think it was answered railway station.
Has answered railway station. Geetha also answered. Meera, everyone answered, in fact, yes. And my next question. When Geetha was explaining her story, she had compared pain with one product. Can someone say what was the product? You can unmute yourself, say your name, and say the product. She was explaining a story.
She was explaining about the paint, water paint, right? Watercolor.
She had
So,
compared a product,
Dave,
pain with a product.
It's a drink, Dev.
Geetha, you are the storyteller, so I can't count you in, please.
Dev, it's a drink.
No. Ajay, you were saying something? Am I missing you?
No, she was telling about the watercolor. Is that you meant? The paint used for watercolor?
No, no. I did not expect that this would be a very interesting question. I thought it's a very easy question. So if you
She
want me to
mentioned
go
surgery.
through,
She mentioned about her surgery.
she was mentioning what, Meera?
This is Jisha here. She
Yeah,
was
Jisha.
mentioning about her surgery.
No, she was talking about a product.
Product.
Yeah, she was talking about a product that we all use in our day-to-day life. She was comparing that product with a pain, and that is how she correlated with
Salt, is it salt?
yes, yes,
Okay, got it.
yes, Srijat,
Thank
it is a salt. So when you mix the salt with a small tumbler of water, you taste it really salty. And when you mix the same amount of salt in a lake, you don't
feel
that. You don't, you don't feel that taste. So you should always consider our paints in very minute manner or lesson manner. So it was salt. The answer was salt. Yes, Srijat. And when Ajay was explaining his story, he was talking about a time period that doctor had asked him to take the rest.
Dev, 6 months.
Yes, yes, right, 6 months. Right. My next question. And when Jisha was talking about her story, she was talking about Kaizen. And what does Kaizen mean from her story?
Kind of quality improvement.
Japanese that person, what you call.
Dev, repeatedly doing a task to improve ourselves.
I think make improvements in small increments.
Yes,
Vishnu.
that was the right answer. Vishnu, right?
Yes, Vishnu.
Yes, yes, Vishnu. Point goes to you. And one more question from the same story. She was also talking about a time management and said all of us have same time, as she was referring to few prominent people, and say all of us have same time as they have. Can you name
Helen Keller.
Yes. Yes, Ajay.
Albert Einstein.
Yes, yes. Yes, Geetha. Can name any one person from she was
Abdul
talking.
Kalam.
Yeah, okay. Yes, yes. Yeah, my last question, which would be very simple. Of course, if Shilpa is not around, but still, I would like to ask this question. So, Shilpa was collecting few items during her childhood, and what was the product?
Paper.
Eraser. Eraser.
Razors.
Eraser.
Yes. Yeah, with this, I conclude my question and sessions for today. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pradyumna, for conducting this wonderful session and making the session very live and active. We'll now wind up the session. We only see the people successful today who thrive and worked hard in their life. Now they live their golden life. So also me. To continue with my previous story, I also undergone many pain. I did regular exercise because I have to walk. I have to come out from the crutches. I have to go to office, do my regular practices, work, etc., etc. So I did lot of effort though I had to undergo severe pain, severe stress, I came out of that shell. So having said this, we had a wonderful prepared speech. This opportunity provide an excellent practice to learn your communication and leadership skill, including planning, organization, and time management. And also the table topics helps you to develop your ability to organize your thoughts quickly and respond to the impromptu speeches. And the most effective evaluator, for example, from Dave itself, it doesn't mean that other evaluators are not that strong, but yes, this session also seems to be very effective for the, including myself, it seems to be very effective. And quiz conducting also make us learn a sense to be very keen and attentive in while the meeting is going on. With this note, I thank every and each Toastmasters who have attended this meeting and made it successful. Thank you, and I'm giving back the control back to Vice President of Education, Toastmaster Dave.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. So before I give my conclusion, I have put some link in the chat for the polls for today. If you don't find some name, please think that they got rejected due to the timing. I request everyone to cast their vote. I think I'll start with the listener. I believe Srijit, Vishnu, and Ajay answered the most. Pradyuma, correct me if I'm not wrong.
Yes, Dev.
Okay,
You can
so,
count yourself also.
okay, I think most of us are good listeners here today. And I would like to start with our Toastmaster Day. She took the role for the very first time, and it is a very challenging role. She has to speak the entire meeting, and she was about to give up, but finally for us she has prepared and came up with a beautiful theme and speech. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Geetha. And I'd like to thank Vishnu for taking the on-the-spot evaluator role. And it is very pretty early time for him and being evaluator. Thank you so much. And Ajay, I think you are new to our club. And Grammarian, as you inserted, it's a very difficult role for you to do, but still you did it for us. Thank you. And thank you for Srijit, Meera, Pratyuma, and Jisha for taking the role and making this meeting a learning experience for each one of us. Even if it is a 9-member or 8-member, which is like a 50% of our total club strength, I think it is a learning for every one of us. On that note, I am getting the votes. Okay. Four people have voted. I request 3 of them, I think, are still voting in our meeting. Please let me know if it's completed from your side with a thumbs up or a hands up sign.
Okay. While people are voting for the forum, I would like to share. So every time, whenever this invite comes in my WhatsApp, I really have to manage so many works, even though you're conducting over the weekends, which is very beneficial time for everybody. From my end, of course, all of us have to manage many things. Every time I struggle to manage many things and take this as would like to consider this as a priority over other tasks. But every time something or the other keeps coming and I have to really manage to take this to attend these sessions. But when I start attending this session and when it comes towards the end of the session, I really forget all my stressful works that I have in my mind during the beginning of the sessions. And I really enjoy these sessions all through. And by end of this session, I go out of this session with very peaceful mind. And of course, a very and great learning with more and more learnings.
Yeah.
So
I second
really
that.
appreciate these
That.
sessions.
Really appreciate that. Yeah.
I really
We all
appreciate.
have the same opinion here as well.
Yes, yes,
Even though
Ajay.
it's very start for me, I have also similar opinion to you. Thank you.
Yeah. So when they've asked me this time as well, I couldn't say no. Though I do have work, I postponed to second half. So I couldn't say no to Dave's invite for this time because I have been missing all the sessions from quite some time.
Thank
So
you so
it's
much. Sir.
really
Thank you, Fatima. But I think we want you to be try to be offline. I think you are also in another city, not in Trivandrum. So the experience
Yes.
what you get here will be double when you come on offline, meet all the people, because they have a beautiful cafeteria. So we end up going
Okay.
there after the meeting.
We all
I
enjoy.
I
We all
sense that enjoyment in all the messages and in all the calls. Whenever you post pictures, I was like, Hosh, I would have been there. Oh, I wish I'm there. I wish I'm there. But definitely, I was asking Radhika also. Radhika, like can we plan one day to go to Kerala and join together for the Toastmaster Club? Yeah,
Please do come. You can. My request is that when you come down, you can stay with me. Not an issue.
That's so nice
Yeah.
of you, Geetha.
Yeah.
That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. I had never been to Kerala.
Yeah.
That's so nice of you.
okay. On that
I
note,
traveled well, but not to Kerala.
please do come. As Geetha mentioned, please do come. We can have a good get together of all our members. So we'll
Yeah.
come to the meeting closure. We are bang on
Yes.
time, 1 o'clock. So let me announce the
Yes.
winner. So it's multiple people always. So we'll start with the best role player. So today's best role players are Geetha, Srijit, and Pradyuma. Please give a good round of applause. All of them have
Thank
got
you so
equal
much.
percentage of vote. And
Congratulations.
so the best of tag team is our new role taker Grammar in Ajay. Thank you. Best wishes from my side. And the best speaker again, it is a 50-50 Toastmaster Shilpa as well as Toastmaster Jisha. Give a good round of applause. And best evaluator today is Toastmaster Vishnu. Please give a good round of applause to him. And for the best of TT, again, I have three winners. It is Vishnu, Meera, and Srijit. Thank you so much. And best listener, again, we already had the winner. It was like Srijit, Vishnu, and Ajay. Thank you so much for all of us. We all are winner here. Thank you so much. And with that note, let's close the meeting. Happy
Thank you.
weekend. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.